What's faster when you have both a climb and a descent on the same segment? A cross-country bike or an enduro bike? Part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, check out this card right here. Give the video a watch and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. So first, many of you commented that the trail I used in part 1 wasn't like enduro-y enough for the bigger bike to show its strengths. I would like to agree with you. That was not a super gnarly downhill track. It was a pretty normal blue descent. That said, I do agree you do not need an enduro bike or even a trail bike for that descent. Like, I spent years going down that on a hardtail and it's just fine. I think it's just important to remember that for this particular video and this test, really the thing that we're looking at not is what are the outer limits of what a cross-country bike can handle, but more of like when you have a climb and a descent, what's faster, a cross-country bike or an enduro bike? So with all that said, I'm taking your feedback into account. We are back today. We're gonna run the same test, only this time it's gonna be a bigger climb and a black descent. The climb today is definitely going to favor the cross-country bike by a lot, and the descent is definitely going to favor the big bike by a lot. So we've got ourselves a head-to-head showdown today. What's faster when there's both a climb and a descent, a cross-country bike or a enduro bike or trail bike, depending on how you define those things, if that matters to you. Okay, let's check out the course. This 1.75 mile loop begins with a 1.23 mile climb. Following this, you hit a dirt road where you'll pedal over to the descent. From there, it's a negative 24% grade down steep, loose, rugged terrain. I am here at the trail. I'm warmed up, ready to go. Just pre-rode the course for the day. It is very loose, very steep. So what's on tap now is to go up and run the lap 2 times real quick, hard as I can go. 1 on the enduro bike, 1 on the cross-country bike, and just see what the times are. All right, here we go. All right, downhill time. Focus, focus. Okay, here we go. Here we go, focus. Come on now. Okay, rock shoot, here we go. Here we go. And there we go. Drop. There we go. Okay, next rock shoot. Here we go. Okay. Road. Okay. Go, 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 go. All right. All right, that was really hard. That climb was definitely felt slow and heavy, but man, I gotta say the descending of that was I'm like a little nervous for running the cross country bike, to be honest with you, which I think was to a lot of your points. So, all right, I'm gonna put the Enduro bike away and getting out the XC bike, and here we go. All right, on the cross country bike, lap 2 starts right at this corner. Here we go. And off we go. Okay, all right, go, go, go. Here we go, on the XC bike. Oh, squirrely. Oh boy, that's squirrely. Oh, okay, here we go. Easy, easy. Okay. Oh, Woo. Okay, well there you have it, guys. That's what a lack of traction does. Good recovery though. Okay, both feet in, come on now. Both feet. Come on. Okay, there we go. All right, we have recovered. Here we go. Okay, onward, onward. Okay, rock shoot, here we go, here we go. Oh yeah. And here's the drop. Okay, all good. One more rock shoot to go. Jeez. Okay. Ooh, that's a sketchy one. Oh my god, there's so much more sketchy on this bike. Okay. Alright. Go, go, go. All right. Ooh. Oh my God. I survived. All right. And that's it right there. Oh, okay. I have thoughts on that, you guys. I have no idea what the times were. My guess is the cross-country bike actually went faster just because of the climb. But that descent was harrowing on the XC bike. So I'm really curious to see what the times are, but I would not recommend going down a steep downhill black trail on a cross-country bike with tiny little semi-slick tires. That was, that one got the adrenaline going. All right, we're gonna head back to the house, upload, and check in with our results. All right, guys, results are in, the times are logged. I have some thoughts that I would like to share. So first off, the times. Total lap time. So this is the climb, the road in between, and the descent. Total lap time for the RIP, which is my enduro bike or trail bike, the big bike, let's just call it the big bike. Big bike's time was 15 minutes and 35 seconds. The cross-country bike, my RKT, its time was, drum roll, 13 minutes and 44 seconds. So yet again, the cross-country bike went faster, but I do think there is more to this story than just the overall lap times. One of the big differences is the climb. And in the first part of this video, a lot of you were commenting that you wanted to see maybe a longer, more significant climb. So the climb today was much longer than part one's climb. And it was also less steep than part one's climb. And the cross-country bike went more than 2 minutes faster than my big bike, which is exactly what I would have expected. The longer the climb, the more advantage is going to go to a smaller bike that is lighter and just gets to the top faster. The descending time, though, was really, really interesting. So the descent is short. It's only 0.31 miles long, which I know what you want to say. That's not long enough, that the climb was way longer and the descent was too shorter. This is the best I can do in my local trail network. I can't magically make our one black descending trail longer. It is what it is. But what we can do is extrapolate out the differences. So the big bike's descending time was 1 minute and 44 seconds. And the little bike's descending time was 1 minute and 57 seconds. So we've got a 13-second difference over 0.31 miles, which is pretty big. Like the Enduro bike, the big bike, went way faster than the little bike. If we extrapolate out that 0.31 mile distance to the equivalent distance as what the climb was, which was 1.23 miles long, we get a time difference between the big bike and the little bike of 52 seconds. So 52 seconds faster on the descent if the distances were equivalent, which is still not enough to actually go faster than the little bike on the climb. So my explanation for this, my thought as I was on the trail today and as I was reflecting on this, is that this descent, it is a black descent. This is a no joke black descent. The GoPro effect is real. I know it doesn't look super steep. It is. It's like a negative 23% grade average. What it lacks though are big hucks to flat, really steep, gnarly rock gardens, things like that. Okay. It doesn't have that. It's real loamy. It's like kind of like I've ridden a lot of trails like that and like this kind of like the Squamish area. And it's not so much about the suspension and, the travel of the suspension. It more has to do with the traction of the tires on the ground. So this really, speed in this is really all about maintaining traction, which the big bike has downhill tires on it. Of course, it's going to do better with that. And my little bike has these like tiny little XC knobs that are great for climbing, but terrible for steep descending, which is why I lost a wheel and crashed. And this kind of brings me to my final thought on this whole experiment of which bike is faster when there's both a climb and a descent. It really does depend on how long the climb is, and it really does depend on how long and gnarly the descent is. While bike choice, certainly a big deal, certainly matters a lot, I think that maybe the dark horse in all of this is actually what tires you run. And of course, this is all within reason, right? If you're racing hardline, leave the cross-country bike at home. Little bike has no place on that course. And by that logic, if you're racing something like Breck Epic, maybe leave the Enduro rig at home. And if you're not into racing and you don't care about times, then none of this matters. Just ride whatever bike you think is the most fun and have a good time. Thanks so much for watching. If you want more Shreddy or Not, YouTube thinks this video is awesome for you. So you can check that out and we will see you next time.